Friends, and let's roll it. Ha. That figures. All right. The government's blocking it. Tom Wolf says it's not happening. Shapiro says it's not happening. Our Republican legislators are saying it's not happening. So I don't know. So I'll get started while Andrew. We've had about 2 million illegals enter the country last year. 2 million. That's more than the population of 11 states. So we've had over 11 states worth of population come in to this country, and they keep coming in. Well, there we go. So there's your 11 states. Not only are there 11 states, but there's another 500,000 more people than those 11 states worth of illegals just last year. So, what do we got? December 6th, Lehigh Valley Airport. A plane lands in the middle of the night mysteriously. 3 buses are there, and they're unloading illegal aliens. They're flying them up from Texas. And Lisa Scheller knows. She was down on the border working on our behalf, watching this crap go on. I won't show the video because I'm short on time, but we've got the video of them unloading. We got the bus company. There we go. This is one of the buses at the Lehigh Valley Airport. The website goes nowhere, but we got a license plate from New Jersey. We followed this bus from the Lehigh Valley Airport about 20 miles into New Jersey up to Oldwick, and then they stopped following it. So one bus went to New Jersey, the other 2 buses stayed here in Pennsylvania. All we had was this picture here with some video of a bus, and a plane with really no markings on it. So we used some very special software out there, and we identified the plane. We were able to do matching, and it's World Airlines. They've got a group of planes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 planes they're flying. A lot of these are contractor planes, and we're tracking 2 of them pretty extensively coming to Pennsylvania. These are the flights that we could track so far. There's been 12 of them. Harrisburg, Lehigh Valley, Scranton. I just heard yesterday one went up to Erie. But these are the ones that we've been able to track. About 1,800 illegals have been brought into Pennsylvania. 1,800. Well, maybe they're taking buses down to Delaware to Joe Biden's place. So what's Governor Wolf say? I love this. The flight that's up in Scranton is there for refueling. Of course it is. It's got to get back to Texas. Okay? It's only kids are on the plane. This is the flight here in Allentown. This individual here is this individual, 51 years old, wanted for murder in Mexico. That's what Shapiro and Wolf are telling you are juveniles. Bullshit. Right. They're issued standard backpacks. They're all wearing the same backpacks, but they're different colors, so they can obfuscate them better. There was a plane load of juveniles that went to Westchester Airport up in New York State, and they got bused to this 501c3 that's federally funded, so they can teach them GB, QTQ, whatever the heck the acronym is, as they bring them into this country. So here's the flight. This is the one on 11/12 from Mexico to Allentown, and we've tracked all the flights. Oops, wrong button. So we've tracked all the flights. Now what they started doing is, instead of going directly from Texas to Allentown, they're stopping in Charleston, or they're stopping in Kentucky, because that flight plan is filed. And you don't know where they're going after that till they land and file a new flight plan. So now you only have about an hour to prepare for them to come up here. So they're now using other tactics. Here's the airports they're flying from on the border in Texas. This is the border, and only 10 miles away is the airport. And there's 3 of them. That's McAllen, El Paso, that's even closer to the border, and Valley International. Here's what we need to do, right? First of all passengers on any plane, whether it's chartered or not, have to be cleared by TSA. So how are they going to compare illegals against the no-fly list? So they're violating a law there. There also must be an FAA manifest of all the passengers on board. They're violating that. Were they COVID tested? Yeah. Maybe we do need mandates for the illegals. Were they vaccinated? How many were criminals? We know one landed here in Allentown. How many were sex offenders? How many are terrorists? And then where did these people ultimately go? I was talking to a friend up in Scranton yesterday, and she said that they had a guide speaking English, and there's 20 of them that all had cell phones in a coffee shop, and they knew they didn't belong there, they were out of place, so they're assuming where they came from. Right? What did the cost of these charter planes and buses? Right? I think Biden took $200 billion from the COVID funds to give it to the illegals. $200 billion. We're so numb to millions, we can't even comprehend what billions are. What are our legislators doing about this? Right? And I put this here, I got a little ahead of myself, where, Governor Wolf's white lie about refueling, and then lied again when he told us they were adults. And Shapiro, who's supposed to be protecting us as our Attorney General, is doing nothing. That's a little spelling error there. So what's being done out there that I know of is, I know candidate Lou Barletta has been in contact with the Customs Border and ICE people, trying to get information and documentation from them. I talked to Dan Muser yesterday, Congressman Muser, and he's working with the feds to get us answers, which is very not forthcoming. Lisa went down to the border to start gathering information down there, and we got to stop it at the border, even though we're from Pennsylvania, right? The politicians up in the Scranton area, Democrats and Republicans, are fuming up there. It's in the press, it's in the newspapers, it's the talk of the coffee shops. They are pissed off. They're mad. What are our legislators down here doing about it? Nothing. They are doing nothing, right? I call them spineless, gutless sacks of H2O. That's what our legislators are. I'm sorry, I'm taking Tom's thunder now, but I'm pissed, right? We got to go and hold these people accountable. So what do we need to do? All these governor candidates, lieutenant, all our candidates, we want to know their position in writing, and then what they're going to do about it in writing. Because all they do is talk, and there's no action, and there's no concrete plan, right? And our current legislators, same thing, and if not, no votes, no money, and we primary them. We get them out of the office, because they're the opposition anyway. I haven't got I shouldn't say that. 2 Republicans are only helping us with election fraud. 2. That's why I'm pissed. And we can do something. You got 6,000 members here, Tom. We all got active. We go out and find good candidates. We start boycotting their offices and getting to the press. They're going to do something. So I know it's getting late. I thank you, Tom, and next month, I've got good stuff on the election front, some good wins that are coming our way. Thank you.